Hi everybody again. So I forgot to include the test on the regular school grade paper. So here it is. I have the Uniball Signo 207, the Papermate Ink Joy Gel, and the Zebra Sarasa on 0.7. And I tested the red, and the blue. And as you can see, I'm very surprised, but there was almost no smearing on any of them. The only one that smeared a little bit is the Uniball in the blue, but it was really almost nothing. And then the Papermate a little bit too at the end, only in the blue. The red, none of them smeared at all, including on the hesitation spots. There was no smear whatsoever. So on regular school grade paper, I would say that the Zebra Sarasa performed best. Number two, the Papermate, and number three, the Uniball. So I'm assuming that the cheaper paper absorbs the ink faster, and that is why there's no smearing, and there's just minimum smearing on the Uniball and then a little bit on the Papermate, but not really anything significant. And I swiped my finger over them right after I wrote with them. So there was no waiting time. I just swiped them immediately to see. The only thing that I noticed is that the school grade paper is thinner. So because of that, the ink was absorbed faster. But the downside of it is that it did go through on the other side. Um, the Papermate and the Zebra went um, through the page. The Papermate went through more than the Zebra, and the Uniball did not go through at all. You can see it, but it didn't go through. It didn't bleed through. So out of the Papermate over here and the Zebra over here, the Papermate bled through the back page, and also it went all the way to the next page. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it did go through the other page. So it bled through and onto the new page behind it. So on school grade paper, there's no smearing, but you will see some bleeding through. On the Moleskine, there was no bleeding through any of the pages. The last one being the Zebra, no bleeding through. The next one would be the Papermate, no bleeding through. And the Uniball, no bleeding through. But this paper is thin, so you can see it right through. This is not the kind of paper where you want to use inks that are too saturated or too dark, because you do see, you can see it on the other side, even though there's no bleeding. And on the Ecolo, there was no bleeding through, except a tiny little bit, again on the Papermate and the Sarasa, but really not much at all, just a little bit on the hesitation spots, but nothing that I would notice to the point that I would say don't use the back side of a page, because it's going to really mess up whatever that you wrote. So that's it. I just wanted to add that little bit of a commentary there. And again, here are the results on the tests where I used a regular no-name school paper, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below and I will be sure to answer. Bye!